If you're feeling like you're too old to start over or too tired to try again or too far gone to try to be your best self, I want you to stay and listen to this. I started over at 50 and it was the best decision I ever made. And I'm going to share with you today how I did that and how this can help you to reinvent yourself at 50 plus, actually see a light at the end of the tunnel. Hey, beautiful souls. I am Susanna. I'm the founder of Midlife Shift Collective. And today I'm going to share with you the 25 things that I did to reinvent myself physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. If you're on your own journey of starting over, hit subscribe because I'm going to be sharing so much more great information after this video, and I'd love for you to be a part of my collective where we can all shift together and you don't have to be alone doing this. So the first thing I did, I let go of what I thought life should look like. We all had expectations of what our life should have been, and maybe they didn't turn out the right way. Life happens and things happen that we can't control sometimes. And we also learn as we go. So things change, right? So I just let that go. The past is the past and I don't revisit that anymore. And I forgave myself for those past mistakes. I started journaling daily. If you can just do it for 5 minutes, it is going to take so much out of your mind, so much unneeded information out of your mind. You put it on paper and it's like de-stressing. It's like doing a meditation for an hour. It is an amazing feeling. I unfollowed toxic accounts on social media. In fact, I stopped being a part of a bunch of social media groups and followings that I was putting too much time into that just was not serving my life at all. I was just wasting precious time. I created a morning routine that was about peace, not productivity. So now I have to do that morning routine before I jump into anything else, before I open up my phone or social media accounts. I said goodbye to people who drained my energy. It's not worth it. I know you can't say goodbye to everybody. You can't turn your back on people, but you can excuse yourself from situations. You can start saying no more often and do the things that just fill you up and make you feel good more often. I learned to speak kindly to myself because for a whole day, I started writing down every thought that I had about myself. And I realized that I was saying things to myself that I would never have said to anyone else. So now I speak more kindly to myself. And when I find myself saying something that just isn't appropriate, I'll change it up. That starts changing your mindset a little at a time. I began practicing gratitude before bed. It truly matters what you think about, especially right before bed. When you start thinking about the next day, that it's going to be the most beautiful, amazing, magnetic, magical day, then you are going to have a better day. I promise. Try it for 7 nights. Tell yourself how amazing the next day is going to be, and it's going to start changing. I stopped waiting for permission to dream again and to know that I can still create the life that I want. Most of us have been giving and giving for so long and doing things that were needed to raise a family or just keep things together. And now it's time for you to say yes to you. These things were not easy, and a lot of times it was not overnight. It was something that took a little bit of time for me to write down the things that I really had to change. And you know what helped me there is I made a happy list, and I know that might sound silly, but I learned this from Laura St. John. She's my mindset coach, and she shares strategies and tools that help all of us to help our mindsets to grow forward in a more positive way rather than taking steps backwards. And so when she told me about the happy list, I created that list and I have over 100 things on that list. And it just gives me kind of a guide on the things that actually make me smile, give me joy, and that will literally change your whole day when you look at that list every single day. It's just going to get you started in the right mindset. I'm also going to share Laura St. John's link down below because she has a free 7-day coaching program, which is something I got into a year ago, and it totally changed everything for me. She is amazing. She's down to earth, and she shares real practical tools and strategies that you will not find anywhere else. So what else did I do? I started drinking more filtered water in a day. Less alcohol. I've pretty much given it up, but every once in a while, because I really don't hold myself back. If I want something, I'm probably going to have it, but I definitely don't overdo anything anymore. There's always going to be those times where, you're going to give in to something, but overall, I say yes to more water, more hydration, more fruit, and no to the things that just don't make me feel good. I walk every single day, no matter what. I focus on sleep almost like it's a job, because our sleep dictates how we're going to feel days to come. So make sure you get somewhere between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. At our age, when we have more stress, more cortisol is straining our mental capacity, it's so important to sleep and help our brains to function better. So now I eat to nourish. I don't tell myself, no, you can't have that. But I know now what makes me feel good, and that's what I'm going to go for more often than the things that don't make me feel good. Or I notice that something is making me gain weight. Every time I eat it, I'm not going to eat it as much. I'm going to stay away from it. I take supplements that support my hormones and energy. And I have some great supplements you can ask me about if you'd ever like to know. I feel amazing at 52 years old, and I love to share the supplements that I take on a daily basis. I mainly wanted to feel alive again. That's why I started this journey and started changing things and started shifting, because I knew if I was going to stay in the same place that I was for so long, I was going to continue to stay in lack mode and struggle mode. And I wanted to move forward. I wanted to be able to have financial freedom one day. And so I knew that if I stayed in the same place of struggle, there's no way I could be able to build financial freedom for myself again. I had to learn how to be a different person. And this is something that helped me to do that. I stopped saying that I'm not good with money, and I started visualizing myself with that time freedom, with that financial freedom. And I really started to change a little bit at a time. And it helped me to say yes when I came upon an online business that I had a feeling about. I saw a friend of mine on social media, just like me, in her 50s. She's a mom and a grandmother and just wanted more time freedom. And I realized that what she was doing was only taking a few hours out of her day. And she had already hit that time freedom. She had already made it happen for herself. And I knew that if she could do it, I could do it. So I started just visualizing myself doing these things that scared me, because getting uncomfortable is the most effective way to be able to grow in life and to change and evolve. So I invested in my first digital program. I had tried courses before, but I wanted a program that was actually going to change me as a person and help me to change my mindset, help me to change my thoughts on a daily basis, and help me to really learn and grow from a step-by-step process, because I knew that I got really overwhelmed before when I started something online, and I needed something with support. I needed a community, and that's exactly what this program had. So that is why I jumped into it, because there was great support, daily interactive trainings and mentorings. I always had someone to ask questions to, and plus, our community is over 52,000 people, women just like you and me, who just want more out of life. So we're not stuck questioning, what do I do next? We're not stuck asking ourselves and getting stressed out and alone. We have thousands of people literally right there that are there to answer questions at the drop of a hat. Literally in seconds, you will get an answer to these questions when you're in a community that is so inspiring like this one. I surround myself with other women doing similar things. We want to grow. We want to be our best selves. We want to get out of that struggle and out of that lack that we've been in for so long. We want to change into that woman that we know we can be. Because if others can do this, you can also do this. It's not too late. You do have it in you. That's actually my plan for this collective, is to be able to connect on Zooms first, and then eventually have retreats so that we can actually connect in person, start learning from each other. Because a collective is so much better than doing it ourselves by ourselves. We want inspiration, we want support, and there's nothing better than hanging out with other women who want the same exact thing, want joy and peace, financial prosperity, time freedom. We want to be able to vacation. We want to be able to live our lives. This is our time to do that. So go ahead and subscribe to me because I truly want to connect with you. Let me know if you want to be in this collective. Put collective in the comments. And I took messy action. Like, I did not feel ready. I was actually kind of down at the time. I wasn't feeling very confident, but I took action from that messy place. And honestly, the most successful people in this business, that's how they started too. They just started. I created a vision board, plus every single day I visualize myself having that freedom, creating a lifestyle worth living. And I committed to learning something new every single week. And every time I learned it, I would implement it. And then I would continue to do that for a little while. I didn't rush things. In the past, I had rushed everything. I wanted overnight success. I wanted it to happen overnight. But I know that things worth happening are not going to happen overnight. If somebody tells you you're going to make $1 million overnight or even $10,000 overnight, that is probably a lie. Because it takes time to build yourself, to build your brand, to learn new skills, to implement those skills, and to build a following, and to create a life worth living. It does take time. And the great thing about this is you're gonna have it for an entire lifetime. These skills that I've learned in digital marketing, I'm going to have forever. And always implement these skills, whether I decide to go get a job or continue to work for myself, I can implement these skills in absolutely any industry. And my business is automated, so it's working around the clock for me. It works 24/7. So when I'm not working, my business is still working. That's why I love it so much, because I can spend time with my family. I can go on vacation, and I can still have my automated system, my digital business working on the side. So I started the reinvention of myself by changing little things here and there. And what came into my life from doing that are opportunities. That's how it works. I'm not saying you have to jump into an online business. I'm just saying if you start small and start making small changes here and there, a little bit at a time, ask yourself these questions like, who am I? Where do I really want to be? If we don't know who we are or what we want, how do we know where to go when we do start changing our life and maybe start making those small changes? We want to know what it is we want in life, be able to reach our goals. I stopped trading hours for dollars, honestly, and I just started working for myself, building something that could last. Because these days, the workforce is crazy. People are being let go left and right, and I didn't want to be stuck. I wanted to take action ahead of time while I was still ahead and not be stressed out if I ever lost my job or when I retired and I knew I didn't have the income to retire anyway. So I knew that wasn't happening. So I decided to take proactive measures and do this now rather than waiting. And if you're in midlife and you truly want to make a change, but you're just not sure where to start, I would love to jump on a free call with you, hear what it is you want out of life. It helps me and you to connect, talk about our lives, and to talk about the beautiful things that are happening, or maybe the difficult things. And maybe I can give you some kind of solution to help that. I created this collective specifically for women 50 plus who just need some support and would love to talk to somebody about their dreams and goals. And maybe I can just give you a little bit of advice here and there. No pressure at all. So if you'll give me a subscription to this and a thumbs up, I would so appreciate it. And if you want more info on the business that I did start, if you would like to have an online business or learn how, you can connect with me by the links that I dropped in the description below. I have a link to my digital business, and I also have a link to my calendar so that we can jump on a Zoom together or a call, and we can chat about what your dreams and goals are and what I did to get there. Because it's not impossible. I know if I can do this, you can do this. I am nobody special. I just had a desire, and that's really all you need is a desire for more. I can't wait to hear from you.